What actually is Amazon FBA wholesale, and how can you make two, three, four, five, £10,000 a month in profit by doing it? Amazon FBA wholesale is the process of buying from your brands, your distributors, your wholesalers all around the world directly in bulk and then selling this stock on Amazon. Okay, now in order to do so, you need to have the correct company set up, because obviously you can only buy from these guys as a company. You need to understand what you're saying, how you fit within the supply chain, and how to actually work with these companies. Now, how that works is you first have to locate these companies, contact these companies, and get accounts open with these companies. Now, what getting accounts open with these companies actually mean is basically you have to contact them and request approval for their products, basically. And then obviously if you pass all their vetting checks, if you are the sort of company that they want to work with, they will then give you access to their products. Now, what you then do, once you've got access to their products, you then have to cross-reference their product pricing with the product prices on Amazon. Okay, now obviously, what you want to do is the profitable stock you buy. Now, typically that's stock which is over 20% ROI, which means 20% return on investment. So for example, if you spend £10, you make £2 in profit. Okay, so now that's 20% ROI, which typically you'll buy stock which sells within a month. So that's a 20% return on investment every month, essentially, which is better than essentially S&P 500, which makes you 8 to 10% a year. Okay, now that's the power of Amazon. Like this 20% every single month compounds. Okay, so you go through the price list which you get from these suppliers, and then whatever is profitable over 20% ROI, when it comes to calculating profitability using certain softwares and calculators, you then order this stock to resell from these companies. Different companies have different minimum order quantities, want you to spend certain amounts, have different rules when it comes to placing these orders, and how many, let's say for example, units you have to order per product or per order, for example. Well, per order it's normally a financial amount, right? Now, what we then do is, well, you have two options to either A, order that stock to yourself. Now, if you're ordering the stock to yourself with wholesale, right, you're ordering a lot of stock, so it's going to take you a lot of time to prep. Now, what's prep? It's how you essentially get the stock ready before it goes into Amazon, because that stock needs to be prepped and packaged in a certain way before it goes off to Amazon. Now, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to send it to yourself, because when it comes to prepping 2,000 units, that's going to take you an age, right? And now in that time, you could be doing higher ROI tasks, for example, looking for more profitable products. So what else can you do if you're not going to send it to yourself, especially when you're starting? You can use something called a prep center. Now, what a prep center is essentially you will order that wholesale order stock and get it shipped to a prep center. Now, this prep center will essentially prep the stock for you, package it up in boxes, or in pallets, and then send it to Amazon on your behalf. Now, that's how you can run an Amazon FBA wholesale business in a nutshell, from your house, from your laptop, from anywhere in the world, right? Whereby you're reaching out to these companies, these distributors, you're ordering the profitable stock into a prep center. The prep center will then ship that stock for you to Amazon, and then that stock will sell from Amazon's warehouse, and they will ship it, pack it, process it all on their end, and ship it to the end customers. Pick, pack, and ship is what they like to call it. So essentially, when a customer goes onto Amazon, buy some stock, and it's from you, not Amazon directly, Amazon will then pick up your stock from their warehouse and then get it shipped to the customer for you. Now, that's a very, very quick and simple rundown of what Amazon FBA wholesale is, right? Whereby we locate companies first to buy from, profitable stock we purchase and get it ordered in or shipped to a prep center. Prep center will prep the stock appropriately to be sent to Amazon. And then when it's at Amazon, your listings then go live, and then customers can then buy your stock. And then obviously once that stock's bought, that's where your profits are made. Okay, for example, if you bought something from a supplier for £2, you're selling it on Amazon for £10, Amazon's going to take their fees, and the profit in the middle is obviously what you're making. Now, where this compounds with wholesale is you're buying stock in volume. So something may sell 1,000 times a month at £2 profit per unit. That's £2,000 in profit per month. That across 10 products is £20,000 in profit per month. So it does compound quickly. Again, it's not that simple, but that's just me giving you a numerical example. Now, obviously, with that being said, in order to do wholesale and start wholesale, you have to have a decent amount of capital. Okay, it's not something you just want to go into with a couple £100. I recommend if you are looking to start wholesale, you have at least £3,000. The more the better, right? 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 50, £100,000 to start off with is great. Obviously, the more you have, the better. Now, that was a very, very simple rundown of what Amazon wholesale is. Literally, that's probably the simplest way I could have explained it. Nothing too complicated, because I always assume the people watching this channel know the ins and outs of Amazon wholesale, when actually that's not always the case. Someone might be watching this video and probably has never heard of Amazon wholesale before, okay, or Amazon FBA wholesale before. So hopefully this was valuable to that audience or that sort of person.